the sacred season of return. As the years unfold, something remarkable begins to take shape. It doesn't happen to the body whose strength inevitably wanes, but to the awareness that lives within. Time no longer appears as an endless road stretching forward, but as a circle slowly drawing itself closed. The things once believed to matter, possessions, opinions, triumphs, start to release their hold. In that stillness, a subtle whisper seems to rise. Be gentle now. When your body slows and days slip away like fine grains of sand, it's easy to think life is turning against you. Wrinkles, stiffness, forgetfulness. These appear as cruel signs of decline, as though joy has already passed. But if you pause long enough to listen, you'll realize this isn't punishment. It's a quiet invitation from something divine, urging you to wake from the dream of permanence and to see life as it truly is. From birth, we inherit the illusion of control. We grow up believing youth belongs to us, that beauty will not fade, that strength will always be ours. Yet nature, in its infinite compassion, teaches differently. Every season carries its sacred purpose. Spring to begin, summer to expand, autumn to reflect, and winter to release. Growing old is not a curse. It is the holy return, when everything you thought you were dissolves into what you have always been. The body, once driven by longing and ambition, begins to speak in another language. The slower steps, the need for rest, these are not signs of weakness but of wisdom. They whisper, be still. The body fades so that the soul may shine more clearly. What once felt urgent loses its importance, while kindness, forgiveness, and presence begin to feel like the only truths that ever mattered. If life kept us young forever, we'd cling endlessly, never tasting the peace that comes with release. The slowing of time is the universe's way of guiding you home, to yourself. It invites you to lay down the armor of striving and remember that you were never in competition with anyone. The lines on your skin are not scars. They are sacred cartographies of love, sorrow, and endurance. Youth belongs to time. The soul belongs to eternity. The body changes because it is part of nature's rhythm: birth, growth, decline, return. Yet awareness itself remains untouched, eternal. That stillness, many call it God. As age deepens, you begin to sense that what fades outwardly is expanding inwardly. Each passing year strips away illusion, revealing the truth that you and life were never two separate things. When you understand this, old age becomes not a warning, but a blessing, a soft awakening. The beauty of simplicity returns. The sound of birds at dawn, the sunlight resting on your hands, the steady rhythm of your own breath. These are not trivial. They are the pulse of the divine, reminding you that life's essence was always here. Every wrinkle, every memory carries the mercy of time. The message is gentle but firm. Awaken before the end, not in fear, but in reverence. The divine does not punish, it purifies. It gives and takes in perfect balance, not to harm, but to heal. The body weakens only so the soul may bloom. The less you hold on to the outer world, the more vast the inner one becomes. To accept this is to find peace. To resist it is to suffer. Old age, then, is the divine disguised, reminding you that nothing real can be lost, and nothing lost was ever real. As silence grows around you, the ego, the part that insists on being someone, tries to speak the loudest. It clings to identity, to memories, to importance. Yet time reveals its fragility. You see that the person you thought you were was only a collection of names, stories, and fears, like clouds drifting through the open sky. Aging, then, is not decline but revelation. It is the dissolving of clouds so the vast sky of your true nature can finally be seen. There is freedom in this surrender. The ego constantly seeks control over others, over the future, over life itself. But control is an illusion. And the older you grow, the clearer that becomes. Health changes, relationships shift, the world embracing awareness as your true self moves on without your permission. At first, this realization may bring sorrow, but in time it brings peace because you no longer have to fight what was never yours to manage. The river flows on its own, and you are part of its current, not the one directing it. When you begin to let go of the ego, you also begin to let go of fear. Fear of judgment, fear of being forgotten, fear of death itself, all arise from Thego's belief that it is something separate from life. But when that illusion dissolves, what remains is a calm awareness that you are not apart from the universe but an expression of it. The body may age, the mind may tire, but the essence that watches all this remains untouched. That is the part of you that needs no defense, no name, no story. So as the seasons of your life turn, see this process not as loss but as liberation. Each year to kiss a little more of the ego away, and what remains is lighter, clearer, more real. The less you hold on to being someone, the more you discover the vastness of simply being. There comes a moment when the world grows quieter, when the rush of days softens, and you find yourself standing in the stillness of what remains. It is here, near the end of the journey, that a new kind of beauty reveals itself. A beauty why old age is not punishment but revelation, untouched by ambition, untouched by the chase for more. It is the beauty of things exactly as they are. The trembling of a leaf, the warmth of morning light, the faint sound of laughter from another room. All of it begins to feel sacred, as if life had been whispering the secret all along. But you were too busy to hear it in youth. Beauty is loud. It is in achievement, appearance, and recognition. But in the final chapters, beauty becomes quiet, humble, and immeasurably deep. You begin to see that every wrinkle is a line of poetry, every scare a verse of experience, every sigh assolent prayer. There is nothing to prove anymore. There is only the gentle awareness that everything, even the fading, has purpose. The body may grow weaker, but the vision grows clearer. And through those eyes, the world becomes more luminous than ever. Seeing beauty in the end is not about denying loss. It is about understanding it. It is realizing that endings are not failures but fulfillments. The flower does not mourn when it falls. It simply returns to the earth that gave it life. So too does every moment return to its source. And in that return there is grace. You begin to love life not because it lasts, how to live now with grace, wisdom, and presence, but because it passes. Each breath becomes precious, not because it will continue forever, but because it won't. And in that fleeting truth, everything shines. As the years unfold, you begin to see how much of life has been spent holding on to people, to possessions, to identities that once made you feel safe. But with time, the truth grows clearer. What you hold on to most tightly is what causes you the deepest pain. Awareness, not attachment, is the key to peace. Awareness allows you to see things as they are, while attachment demands that they remain as you wish them to be. The more aware you become, the less you need to control. And the less control you need, the freer you feel. Attachment is rooted in fear. Fear of loss, fear of change, fear of being nothing without what you cling to. But awareness is fearless. It observes the coming and going of all things with quiet acceptance. When you live in awareness, you begin to see that life isn't something to possess, but something to participate in. Each moment arises, shines for a while, and fades just as you do. And there is great peace in letting each thing follow its natural rhythm. Old age offers the perfect opportunity to understand this truth. The world around you changes. Faces disappear. Bodies weaken. Memories blur. But through it all, something in you remains the same. The watcher, the silent witness. That awareness is your real self, untouched by loss or decay. To live with awareness over attachment is to rest in that still center, while the waves of life continue to rise and fall. It is to love deeply without needing to possess. To experience fully without needing to closing invitation. Awaken before it's too late. Hold. To see clearly without trying to keep. In this gentle state of being, everything belongs to you even as you let it go. So if you feel the weight of time pressing on your shoulders, do not fight it. Smile. You have been chosen to see the truth hidden from the restless youth. That life was never about how long it lasts, but about how deeply you live it. Old age then is not the sunset. It is the doorway into the eternal.